But the key to the 10 turnovers was they got 16 points out of those turnovers, so they made every one of them count. And then the free throw was big too. 24-29 last night, 80% plus. If you shoot 29 free throws, you get 24, you're going to win a lot of games there too.
If you just shoot 24 free throws, you're going to win games.
Yeah.
Especially in the college game, because, we don't see that much at all.
The other thing was, and if you look back at the previous two meetings between these two teams, 42 points in the paint by Hanover last night, and they duplicated that in the previous two games.
Also, points and turnovers was a factor. I saw that in my stats sheet that I mentioned on my notes. It was just a very well-played basketball game.
Now, you already mentioned a little bit about Franklin. Ryan Wiggins, we were talking about the career night, and it was a career night. 25 points. When you look at his numbers, 10 of 13 shooting. He was 4 of 7 from three-point range. He didn't stop there, by the way. He also added 12 rebounds and 2 steals. You talk about a night for Wiggins.
And the steal he made was across the court, diving on a ball, and got the outlet pass. I mean, the kid was all over the place.
They ended up shooting 59% in the second half.
That's incredible.
Wow, those are some big numbers there.
I want that team on this floor tonight, right?
Well, they hit 12 three-pointers, too.
Yeah.
So they really did shoot the ball well from outside. The other aspect was their defense, because they held Rose to just 29.9% shooting, so they did it on the defensive side, too.
Yeah, and they went man-to-man. They matched up a couple times. They did zone. They mixed up their defensive schemes as well.
I know we're going to talk about keys to the game, and I'm sure that you've got some pretty good ones here, because it's going to take a really good effort by Franklin tonight. I don't think there's any doubt about that, but after what we saw last night, they could do it.
Let's go right through them.
Okay, let's do it.
Game for Franklin, they have to, I think they don't have to match it, but they got to come pretty close to what they did last night.
Okay.
Then they got to rebound the ball, but they got to continue their free throw shooting, because if they continue to go on the free throw line, that could keep them in the game. And if you're hot and cold, that's too bad. Then they need to win the turnover and get the 50-50. You got a home court fans, you got a lot of Franklin fans, but that Hanover side is rocking. For Hanover, you just have to play a game not to lose.
Right.
Do not, sometimes coaches do that. We overcoach. You shouldn't have to say anything to no player tonight on Hanover. They know what the prize is. They know what the stamp does, because the stamp makes us go and play next week. So they know right away how important that game is and how important this game is.
And I mentioned before, they've only lost one time at home this year, so they know how to win in this place.
Yeah, and you talk to people outside. There was a little line last when we were coming in, and we got here early, and there was some people saying, hey, it was really nice that you guys were here, but man, we just had to come watch this game. So AD did her job of saying, don't stay home, come and watch here, but if you are far, far away, go watch it.
I have one more thing for you. Do you think depth will be the key? And the reason I bring that up, if you look at last night's box, 5 players played 32-plus minutes for Franklin. The next was 8:40. So are they going to have enough depth tonight against Hanover?
We'll know very shortly, won't we? Legs are going to be a factor, because this game, frankly, literally, if you don't have your legs, this could be a 40-point ball game with the shot clock. And people look at me, really? We've seen numbers like that, Troy, during the season.
We certainly have. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to find out less than 24 hours. We're going to tip this game off from the second semifinal from last night. So I'm sure they got some rest. I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, you don't sleep the night before a championship Saturday. We will come back. The tip-off is right around the corner. The starting lineups coming up as well. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN.
Group.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed.
I don't think so. I didn't see him. Really? Huh. Back here at Collier Arena on the campus of Hanover College, we are getting set for the tip-off here tonight. Here's how the Franklin Grizzlies will line up. Same starting lineup, it appears, as last night. Trey Flatt, 6'1", and a freshman out of Indianapolis wearing number 3. Cody Samples is a 6'1" freshman out of Versailles, Indiana, number 11. Carter Crow, 6'5", and a junior. He is out of Greenwood wearing number 15. Ryan Wiggins, 6'6", and a junior from Brownsburg, number 31. And Matt Krause, 6'5", and a senior out of West Lafayette. He wears number 40. For Hanover tonight, they will go with Max Greenamoyer, 6'1", and a sophomore. He is out of Zionsville. Also getting the start tonight, number 21, Ty Houston, 6'3", and a junior out of Union, Kentucky. Isaac Hibbard, 6 foot, and a senior out of New Albany. He wears number 22. Matt Munoz, 6'6", and a sophomore. He is out of Indianapolis, played at Southport High School. He wears number 33. And I believe Noah Williams has now been inserted into the starting lineup. 5'11", a senior. He is out of Jeffersonville. He wears number 10, and he will take the place of Ryan Morris, who is again out with the injury. Each team with just one senior, so these teams could see each other a lot in the next few years. So here we go, ready to jump it up in the middle. It'll be won by Franklin, and here we go.
And I tell you what, our crowd mic is on 1, and you can hear the crowd.
They're going to work down low. There's the guy who's the star last night, missing his first shot of the ball game as Wiggins misses, and it'll be Panthers basketball.
You know, the guys in the striped shirts don't want to be seen tonight. Let's see if they'll let them play.
We had a couple of physical games last night. There's a drive. Wiggins will get the block. The missed shot there by Munoz, and quickly back the other way. From the top, Krause, he will find Samples for 3, and Franklin on top, 3-0.
Oh, my.
Yeah, Samples averages 4.7. He gets the first bucket of the ball game. Panthers basketball for the second time. Greenamoyer out front to Munoz. He'll give it off now to Hibbard. And then they'll work it left side to Williams. Pull-up jumpers on the way by Houston, no good. And the rebound by Flatt. Grizzlies basketball once again with a 3-0 lead.
Man-to-man defense, Hanover coming down for the third time.
This is Krause, high screen by Wiggins, off to Flatt, sets, shoots the 3, in and out, and the rebound pulled down by Houston of Hanover. They'll push it again, and they did it a lot last night. That's Hibbard. He'll clear Williams out on that right side, gets the high screen, stops, pops and hits it. Hibbert.
Clutched his hand like, I got it.
Hibbert averaging 13.6, gets the first 2 of the night for Hanover. Kraus will find Wiggins out on the high post. Wiggins will hand off to Flatt. Flatt starts to penetrate, nothing there. Gets it back off the pass there from Crow. Shoots the 3 and misses. Williams high for the rebound there for the Panthers. On the run the other way. Hibbert drives and a blocking foul called against Flatt.
Didn't get there. Good call. I tell you what, down at the far end, it looks like the Franklin brought their fan club.
A team bus or something.
It looks like it because it's loaded down in the
and there's more still coming in.
There is, the streamline people.
Hand off Hibbert, the drive, layup good. Boy, he's good. 4 points now for Hibbert, 4-3 lead Panthers.
And real quick, our camera guy was in town tonight, and people were talking about, hey, I'm going to the big game tonight. In fact, our hotel desk was going to the game tonight. They asked for tickets, so I couldn't give them.
Yeah, that's true. Here's Samples with a basketball, 10 on the shot clock. Gives it up to Kraus. They'll work it right side now to Crow. Crow has it stolen away. Give the steal there to Houston. Back the other way. They're going to run the floor. And a foul call against Wiggins. A hard foul, but it was clean.
It's either give up 2 points or make him earn it. And they're going to make him earn it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, you talk about getting up the floor quickly. That's what Hanover does so well, is when they get on the run and they're able to get to the floor. So we're going to have a replay, I do believe. We're going to make sure this was a play on the ball. And I think they'll say it was.
One more time.
Here's one more. Yeah, that was a play on the ball.
Yeah, I don't think that's intentional. The officials are looking at our monitor. I think that's play on. Yeah, I think you just shoot 2 shots.
Yeah, I think so too. They've taken several looks at it right there, I think.
I tell you what, folks, he is now they called the R to see his thoughts. We have an alternate, so we have 3 guys on the floor. We have the alternate. That's a good camera angle. The angle for our camera guy, and I think we got it. We nailed it, and they're going to come up with something, and we'll see what they determine.
Well, they got to look at it several times, so.
Well, they're going to call it a flagrant.
Interesting.
And maybe it's because when he came down, he had the hook of the arm. Good camera shot. So now we'll shoot 2 shots, and they get the ball.
You know what I like about Isaac Hibbert is this guy is quick, and he gets down the floor as fast as anybody you're going to see in Division III college basketball. Now, last night he was perfect from the free throw line.
I was going to say that to you. I didn't want to jinx him. We didn't jinx him. He jinxed himself.
No, didn't say a word. He was 8 for 8 last night, and traditionally this year he has not been a good free throw shooter, but he does get the second one. He has all 5 points. It's now a 2-point lead, and Hanover, as you mentioned, will get the basketball.
Now the shot clock is no longer at 30. It reverts back to 20.
And it will do that on fouls in men's college basketball. Off the screen and the inbound. Shot from the left wing, no good by Greenamoyer. So what potentially could have been at least maybe even a 5-point play turns out to be just 1. That's good news for Franklin.
If you're cheering for the guys in the blue, you're happy about that.
Yes. Samples with a basketball, right side. Looking inside to Wiggins. Double team. They'll force that out of his hands. And around the perimeter, left corner to Crow. He'll drive. Good. Crow gets his first 2.
And that just tells you Hanover watched Wiggins play last night, because there is double when he gets the ball.
Here's Williams, the screen. The kick out and around the perimeter, left side. Now the bounce inside. Munoz misses. gets the offensive rebound. Shot blocked by, that was number 35, or should say 40, Kraus on the block. Here's Kraus, top of the key. He'll find his teammate. Three-pointer no good by Samples. One and done there for Franklin. Here's Williams up the left sideline, gets the screen. Backdoor cut, but then the drive and the layup good. Nice move there by Houston.
And what Houston did, he just followed Flat. Flat couldn't turn around to play defense. He just followed Flat, gave him an open lane.
Houston averaging 15-6 a game. Here's Flat, turns, loses it, turnover by Franklin. Here come the Panthers once again. That is Hibbert. Hibbert gets by Flat, throws it in the corner to Williams. He'll give it up. Here's a three on the way, rims in and out by Houston. Offensive rebound by Hibbert. Back to Williams. Three-pointer good. Williams averaging 5.2 points per game, gets his first bucket of the night. It's a 5-point lead. Flat will bounce to Kraus and a reaching foul, and that'll go against number 22, Hibbert. We got a timeout on the floor. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. Back once again, 10-5 lead. That's the biggest lead so far of the night at 5. And, you know, if you're Franklin looking at this right now, Coach, the one thing you really don't want to do is let Hanover get too big of a lead here because, again, you're at home and they put up 90 last night.
You know, I should have said this in pregame is maybe you play to that media timeout. Let's win each media timeout. And if we win the media timeout, we win the game.
Exactly.
That's pretty profound.
That way out. That'd be a great strategy.
I guess we didn't do that.
Kraus to Wiggins. Wiggins turns. He didn't bite on the shot fake. Good job defensively underneath. The drive, the kick out Flat. 9 on the shot clock. Flat gets the screen from Wiggins and now backs it away. Wiggins posting again. Here's the drive by Samples. Forces it up, missed it, and a rebound opposite side by Crow. Crow, baseline turns, nothing there. Flat around the perimeter. Good look here once again at Samples, back to Flat. The three is on the way. We got a foul call. I think away from the basket, it's going to be against Franklin. I think they got Kraus. Yeah, so Kraus will pick up the foul. That is going to be his first. I think they got him backing in a little bit too hard on that rebound. Here's Hibbert. Hibbert driving to the basket. No. And a quick rebound by Kraus. One and done there for the Panthers. Samples across the timeline. Skip pass to Flat. Three-pointer from the wing. Good.
Boy, he got time to set his feet. He's deadly there.
Flat gets his first bucket of the night.
I like the defense on both teams playing very straight up.
Handoff Greenamoyer. They'll find Munoz. Here's his three on the way. Good. Munoz. His first basket of the night. 13-8. Here's Flat. Shot fake from three. Nothing there. Wiggins will give it up. Wiggins, by the way, still not in the scoring column here tonight. The kick out, Flat, shot fake three, drives off the glass, good. He has 5. is Williams. Now Munoz on the left wing and a foul on flat.
Got to move your feet. I do believe I got him for 2.
And you are right.
You don't want to leave him. He's going to put some points on the board.
Logan Hudgens will come in. Got some extended minutes last night, and Michael Donahoe in now for the Panthers.
He had a lot of minutes last night.
He did. Well, here is now where you see how your bench play is going to do.
Good point, Troy. Mark that if you're at home, 13:34. We'll see what it is at the TV timeout.
That's right. Panthers basketball, the dump down, fadeaway jumper on the way, good. Nice, tough shot that time by Houston. He has 4.
Back up to 5-point lead.
That is Krause way outside. That is Wiggins. We're still seeing if he's going to get untracked here in the first half like he did last night. Samples lost the basketball for a moment, able to pick it up and regain possession to Crow. Back outside. Here is Hudgens, and the shot by Crow no good, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Munoz of Hanover. By the way, there are a few Hanover students that are still here.
Yes, the lacrosse team is here.
Fresh 20 on the shot clock. The spin to the baseline. May have gotten away with a walk right there. The short jumper no good by Crow. And here comes Hanover back the other way as well. Still a 5-point lead. Munoz, the handoff here to Donahoe. Donahoe now will find Houston. Williams and out front into the hands of Greenamoyer. 12 on the shot clock. Greenamoyer, baseline, lost it. The ball's going to be kicked. And I think they ended up getting number 15, Crow, on the kick of Franklin. So they'll put it back at 20 on the shot clock.
And, you know, if you're Franklin, that thing's down to 8. You kick the ball, it resets to 20, and that's 12 extra seconds. And I'll tell you what, this Hanover team doesn't need 12 more seconds.
No, they don't. Into the ball game now for Franklin will be Lynn King. He got some big-time minutes last night. Munoz down on the baseline against King. Munoz spins baseline right, banks it off the glass.
Size difference made the difference there.
5 points now for Munoz. We head back the other way.
17-10.
This is Krause. Now to King out on the high post. The handoff. Hudgens gives it up. 14, gets it back, drives down the lane, stops, pushes off the defender and able to score. Hudgens kind of lowered that shoulder, may have gotten away with an offensive foul.
Let's play on.
And they did.
Yes, sir.
Greenamoyer down the lane, off the glass, off balance, shot
good. Oh, my
good.
goodness. Off the wrong foot.
Greenamoyer with his first 2, he averages 14 a game. This is Krause. He'll bounce to King. King will turn his defender, give it up after 2 dribbles, back once again to Krause, and they'll reset it out front. Now to Hudgens. Here's Samples. Samples, the screen against Williams. Samples, step back 3, good. His second 3-pointer.
They're not going away, are they?
No. 4-point lead. Hanover basketball, this is Williams. Munoz, left wing, back to Williams, gets the screen from Munoz, will drive, a little hesitation, the bounce, Greenamoyer for 3. He thought he got fouled as he is heading to the other end of the floor. We've got a TV timeout. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. Well, it's a 4-point ball game. We haven't seen anything more than a 5-point lead at this point, so things are staying close. What's it, 7?
Was it 7 at one time?
Okay, so it was at 7 briefly and then stayed at 5, so we're not seeing a whole lot of separation right now. Kind of what you expect,
which tells
right?
me they have their legs, which said 49 to play in first half. They still got their legs.
Yeah, they're young. They're okay.
You and I, we'd be done.
We'd be benched already.
Yes.
At about the 18-minute mark. Franklin basketball. That is Samples. Will bring it across the timeline. Kraus on the right side here to Crow. Ball movement left side. Once again to Hudkins. Still 15 on the shot clock. Samples starts to penetrate. Crossover in the lane. No look pass in the corner here to Crow. Crow back once again to Samples. Samples will drive. Hangs in the air. Got it to go.
Got the roll, didn't he?
He has 8. Again, another player outscoring his season average.
Yep, stepped up.
2-point lead. Back once again to Munoz. Munoz against King. Nothing there. The kick out. Here's a 3 on the way. That's off the mark by Hibbert. And Franklin wasting no time getting the ball to the other end of the floor. Samples bluffs the 3 as he was defended there by Hibbert.
He would have hit that last night.
He would have. He might hit it tonight. The edge steps back and another one. Yep. So now tonight it is Samples. Last night it was Wiggins. 1-point lead now for Franklin. Winner of this goes to the NCAA tournament. Shot up front by Munoz, no good. Rebounded there by Hudkins. They'll slow it up as Samples across the timeline. That is Kraus. They'll bounce it right side to Crow. The entry pass underneath, and Kraus will lay it in.
He's got his first due.
22-19, 3-point lead for the Grizzlies. The drive down the lane. Stolen away as Greenamoyer can't hold on to it. Here's King. Kraus, top of the key, one-on-one as he takes it to the basket. Layup good. Timeout. 8:46 to go. Here in the first half, and a nice run put together by Franklin. Kraus hitting the last 2 buckets. He has 4. Flat has 5, and how about Cody Samples? He is already in double figures, averages 4.7, he has 10.
Look at the huddle, look at the intense, look at the eyes, no one's looking away, paying attention to a coach.
You know,
gotta love it.
You know as well as I do that there are times when nobody expects you to win, and they're playing the underdog tonight, and they're going to say, you know, we're going to show some people.
You know, the cool thing about the game, the sports, there's always hope for the underdog.
Yeah.
And Franklin beat Blunt. They're the underdog, and they're not playing that way. They're not going to go home. This is the biggest lead they've had of the game.
And they're the number 6 seed, a reminder. So Hanover basketball. Here's Hibbert in the lane, tries to draw the foul. Kick out now to Donahoe. He'll throw it outside. 3-pointer the way, good. And Houston in a much-needed basket by Hanover. Back to a 2-point lead.
And Houston looked at the bench like, hey, we're not dead. We're okay. Battle of runs here.
Yeah, a lot of basketball to be played. Here's King out on the high post. He'll put it on the floor, spin to his right. Short on the layup. And the rebound pulled down by Hibbert.
Again, thought he was going to get contacted and play through it.
Here's Hibbert, the kick out. Shot fake Houston, back to Hibbert. Hibbert will spin, lost the basketball, but it's going to be touched by 11 Samples. Do want to mention that Jack Winninger is in the ball game, number 52. We've got a timeout as well. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. as you would expect, Hanover makes a run right back. That's what makes tonight's game here in the first half so fun. It doesn't appear anybody's going to get out too much of a lead here.
No, and we came in our production meeting. We talked about this. It's got to be this, and this, and it's exactly what we thought because Franklin's staying with them. If you're Hanover, you're going, what do we have to do to knock these guys out?
Yeah, and so far that has not happened. 16 on the shot clock. The inbound, the three-pointer. Stepping out is Winiger to get the bucket. And he steps up big.
He hit one of those last night.
So it is back to a 1-point lead now for the Panthers. King, high post. One-on-one move to the inside. Up and under, right hand good. Lynn King on the board now. By the way, I remind you that so far Wiggins, after 25 last night, has not scored here tonight for Franklin. But other guys have stepped up. Houston works it around the perimeter to Donahoe for three. He can't get it to go. The rebound by Crow. And he'll quickly get it to Samples. Hudkins will find King. King starts to step back, releases it, gets it off now to Samples, who hits the three. What a first half Cody Samples is having.
You got him for 13?
Yep. And he had, again, a 4.7 average coming in. Here's a three the other way as Donahoe answers the call. Yep, another three-pointer. 29-28. 1-point lead here for Franklin and the basketball. Crow will give it up to King off the left wing. Crow working one-on-one. Another up and under. Right hand rolls off the rim. And the rebound pulled down by the Panthers. Much smaller Greenamoyer able to survive that one. The drive on the baseline. The kick out. Here is Donahoe. Back in the corner now to Hibbert. Hibbert goes to the floor, and we've got a foul. That is only the 6th total foul here in the first half.
It's a championship game, and I love it. It's not and we talked about it. They don't want to be seen. They want to be invisible. Great officiating so far. Great job, guys.
By the way, it was Hudkins who picked up the foul. It'll be Hanover basketball with a fresh 20 on the clock, and that's in and out off the shot by Hibbert.
And there's a lot of blue shirts underneath the basket.
Chance to up the lead, leading it by one. This is Krause way out front. Back in the ball game is Wiggins. Wiggins, one dribble. Handoff now to Crow. Shot clock at 10. The screen there for Samples. Samples trying to make a move against a much bigger defender and still able to step back and score. Wow, what a first half for Samples. 4-point lead. Here's a three again. Winiger for three. His second three. He averages 5 and he's got 6.
And I'll admit it, we are way wrong here because we thought they would have no legs. Both teams giving us a great game.
Wiggins will hand off now to Samples. Samples, and we've got a moving screen called against Wiggins. And that'll be Wiggins' second. And he's going to have to come out of the ball game, and King is back in. Franklin coach letting the official know at this end that
we would like the same call.
He would like the same call, that's right. Under the 5-minute mark, still a 1-point lead. Hibbert will find him again. Winiger, another three.
Got 9.
Wow. 2-point lead now for Hanover. Samples with a basketball to Krause. They'll go right side into the hands of Crow. King, and the ball deflected out of bounds. Good hands there by Donahoe. Well, we talked about it last night, Coach. These stretch 5 guys you consider post players, It didn't bother them at all.
Exactly right. We're at 14 on the shot clock.
I know they let you shoot it from out there a lot. So.
Yeah, I sat on the bench a lot.
Here's Krause. Guess what? Another three. He has 7. The threes are raining tonight. The drive by Hibbert. Donahoe gets away from the double team. They'll bring it back outside once again to Hibbert. He'll drive, looks inside. Ball goes out of bounds. Krause the last to touch it. Pass intended there for Winiger. 13 on the shot clock. Still plenty of time right here for Hanover. Inbounding will be Hibbert. Williams gets the high screen and backs it off. Hibbert once again to Williams and around the perimeter. Donahoe shot fake drive and he got drilled.
That's a good call.
They're going to get Hudkins his second. You know, as Hudkins turned and he goes, wait, what? We've got another timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN.
Welcome back to Hanover. Scored 35-34 with 3:58 to play in the first half. Got an update on the women's side. At the end of one, Transy leads Anderson 29-7.
Well, that Transy team, we talked about them last night. They're for real.
Second-ranked team in the nation.
They could make a really deep run in that NCAA tournament, barring an upset tonight from Anderson. We head to the free throw line, and the first one is missed as Donahoe at the line for the first time tonight. He has 3. Hanover now 1 of 3, now 2 of 4 from the line. We mentioned last night, shot over 80% from the line. We're tied at 35 now. That'll be Samples. Off the screen is Krause. He doesn't get the basketball, and they're going to get Williams on the foul. I'll tell you what, if I'm King and I got Williams on me, and look how big King is, that's a tough guard there for Williams.
Yeah, and he's asking for help.
Yeah. So Williams picks up the foul. That's going to be his first. This is King. Better matchup this time, but King lost the basketball in his penetration there going against Winiger.
Got a little bit deflected.
So Hibbert, the high screen from Winiger. Hibbert will drive, shot fake, kick out, 3 on the way by Houston, good. He's down double figures with 10. Now a 3-point lead for Hanover. Franklin basketball. Off the screen is Crow. The drive and a foul call. Crow will go to the line for the first time here tonight. In fact, this is the first trip to the line for Franklin. Foul's going to be called on Ty Houston. Carter Crow, the junior, at the line. Now with 3. Donahoe out of the ball game now for Hanover. We'll see Greenamoyer back in.
Good minutes, 4 points in those minutes.
Yeah, he played well. Second free throw by Crow is good. Back to a 1-point lead. Hibbard, the high screen again. Well, they're covering up Winiger a little bit closer this time as he receives the basketball. We'll find Greenamoyer. This is Hibbard on the drive. Takes it baseline, then reverses. Tries to go up and under. Nothing there. Good defense that time by Samples. Here's a three on the way. Greenamoyer can't get it to go. Krause with the rebound.
Well, the shot clock was down at 3. How to get that shot up.
Krause straight away here for Franklin. That's King on the high post. Handoff. Now to Crow. By the way, flat back in the ball game with the basketball. He'll find Crow. And on the wing now to Samples. Samples in the corner to Crow. They lob it inside. Stolen away. Good defense on the other end by Houston. Williams works it out front. Houston for three. Yes. Three-pointers by Houston. It's a 4-point lead now for Hanover. Under 2 minutes. You don't want the Panthers to go on a run here at the end of the first half. Flat will drive down the lane by Williams. Left it short. Rebounded by Houston. Here come the Panthers again. Hibbard will drive. Left hand. Yes! Timeout Franklin. It'll be a 30-second timeout. And just like that, it is ballooned to 6.
Let me ask you a question.
All right.
You're playing defense. How much more can you play defense on the guy?
You can't.
Because you're rubbing him out of bounds.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like a guy hits a three and you got your hand, you just say, good shot.
Yeah.
There's not much else you can do there. But it's not unusual that we have seen a lot of guys off-balance shooting, and they have great body control and focus on the rim, and he got another big bucket.
Watch this, Troy. Here's our replay. I mean, this is great. I mean, that's great defense.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you do.
Yeah, it is. There's nothing. But now Franklin needed the timeout.
And he has to, in a men's basketball, you get X amount of timeouts, but you have to take at least a 30. So this is the one he wants to take.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to take any more.
Yeah. Boy, and you don't want the lead to get balloon. You're talking about a Hanover team who put 90 on the board last night. They're getting close to that possibility of getting 90 on the board tonight. So if you're Franklin, you need some stops.
And the women's game is going quick. It is now halftime. Transy leads at halftime 50-17. A first half that took exactly 34 minutes to play.
That's quick. Winiger picks up the foul. His first. He'll come out of the ball game. Quality minutes for Jack. 9 points.
I'd take that any night.
I would too. I'd probably take 9 in the season. Here's Samples. Samples trying to work on Williams. Now drives in. He'll go to the line for 2 and a foul against Williams.
Noah's second.
You know, I'll tell you what, Samples had a great first half, and this will be his first trip to the free throw line, but boy, he did a nice job going one-on-one with Williams. Donahoe's going to come back into the ball game here for the Panthers. By the way, I know last night you wanted to do the mopping job. Did they give you a chance to apply for it? Or?
Well, I got here early today. The AD gave me a orientation on it, and I just don't have enough pressure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you got to have that shine, and I just don't
you didn't have it.
No.
Yeah. Well, you'll be good at something. Krause got the rebound, then falls down. It's a traveling call. Well, watch him as he goes to work here. See if he got it.
See the elbow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that action with the elbow.
All right.
Yeah. He's a junior. He needs the job.
Yeah.
I thought I did a pretty good job last night up here. So
you did okay.
I just stayed up here.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, thanks.
Here's Hibbard. Now to Houston. The drive by Greenamoyer. Contact, no whistle, and a rebounding foul called against Munoz. Tell you what, Greenemoyer probably thought he got fouled as well, but they are letting him play.
They are.
In other words, you better not be weak going to the basket, right?
Nah, you won't survive this game for sure.
You will not. Chance here for Franklin.
Under a minute.
Here's King. Now Samples will take the handoff. Samples driving, nothing there. Kicks it to Crow, and he stepped on the sideline. You know, that is something you see a lot, because so many players are playing that perimeter that you kind of get lost a little bit.
And the players are so much bigger than they were back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 6'8" guys shooting three-pointers.
That's not fair.
No.
Panther basketball, 32 seconds remaining. Still 19 on the shot clock. Houston will give it up as they'll work it down low to Munoz, and he'll score.
Mismatch.
7 for Munoz. Back to a 7-point lead.
Shot clock is off.
And a key possession right here. Samples. Stops, gives it up to Krause. He'll drive. Baseline and a pushing foul called against Greenemoyer. And we're going to go to the free throw line. Each team now in the bonus. Just moments ago, I'd mentioned we only had like 6 total fouls, and now we got 14. They got a few more fouls to build up. Franklin will have a new player, and Jalen Love has entered the ball game, number 21.
I don't think we saw him last night, did we?
I don't think so. If it was very little. Krause at the line.
What we did learn last night, though, 4 seconds is quick enough for Hanover to get a shot off.
Yeah, they get on the run. It doesn't take them long to get down the floor. Second free throw's up and good. 2 big free throws for Matt Krause. 5-point lead, 4.8 seconds to go. Quick inbound will find Hibbard. Hibbard stops. 3-pointer is on the way, and that's going to do it for the first half. Well, it has been about everything we thought it would be at 45-40. Of course, we'll have official numbers for you coming up as soon as the Sports Information Department is able to put those numbers together. But, Coach, I'll tell you what, give Franklin a lot of credit. You know, Wiggins had the big game last night, 25.
Pennsylvania is a home away from home. You really do form a community when you arrive here on campus, almost from the first day, honestly.
It's really cool that you can walk across campus on any day and run into faculty or your friends. And I think that really just binds us as a community.
I always thought I wanted to go to a big school, but as soon as I came, I realized the importance of having a personalized education.
I quickly realized how much of a relationship with the professor all the students had, and I could tell that they could just go to the professor for anything they needed, and I really liked that.
You're not a number in a crowd. You really have a personalized experience here, and also when you leave Transy, you're the best in your field.
At Transylvania, you get so many opportunities. You are going to be able to explore your passion in science. You're going to be able to be a part of a play, and you're going to do it in a really exciting community.
It has been one place where I've never stopped working. I've never stopped going between places and having things to do. Sometimes I find myself overcommitted, but I think that's a tribute to how many opportunities there are at Transy.
Being in Lexington specifically is amazing, and having so many opportunities to reach out from Transy's bubble into the Lexington community is something that I wouldn't have gotten at another institution.
My job is so rewarding. I have students that come into my office and I really feel like I can make a difference.
They become creative, they become intellectually nimble, good at dealing with lots of situations.
If I had to describe my Transy experience in one word, it would definitely be personal.
Stimulating, well-rounded.
Worth it.
Location, location, location.
Transformational.
Life-changing.
There's your halftime score, 45-40. Thanks for being with us on a championship Saturday night. As we mentioned, winner of this will go on to the NCAA tournament as they get the automatic bid, and we're going to run down some of the numbers as we generally do, but pretty entertaining first half.
I have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think that if you shoot 50%, you're going to have a game like this, and both teams are way over 50%.
Yeah.
Three-point line is, as we talked about it during the break, maybe we move it back when we move the rim or something.
Yeah.
Because they're just, it's raining. It's raining threes.
All right, this is video game numbers here.
Okay.
Let's start first off with Franklin. He shot 58% overall, but Coach, they shot 70% from three-point range. That's just not even right.
No. I'm shaking my head.
Yeah, I kid you not. All right, on the other side, still not too shabby. When you look at Hanover, they shot 53% overall, 56% from three-point range. It's very rare that you have both teams not only shoot that well, but both teams shoot that well from three-point range above the overall average.
And we're not talking just the guards. We're talking about the big fellas, too, the 6'7" guys, the 6'8" guys. I thought the game was very well officiated. I think a total of 14 total fouls in the half, 7 on each team. So they have let them play. What's very interesting, I think the first TV timeout, where is Franklin? We've been judging that through those TV timeouts, and they haven't gained much, but they haven't really lost much either. I mean, a 5-point game, 2-possession game, very well played.
All right, real quick, Cody Samples led the way for Franklin with 18, Matt Krause with 9, Trey Platt finished with 5, Hudkins with 2, and King with 2, 4 points by Carter Crow. On the other side, it was Ty Houston with 13, 7 by Munoz, Williams with 3, Greenemoyer with 2, 7 by Hibbert, Donahoe with 4, and Winiger finished with 9. He's the guy you talk about stepping outside like that.
He stepped outside and he played very, very well. You looked at Wiggins. Wiggins had played about 13, 14 minutes. No points.
Yeah.
Last night, this time, he had 17.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Huge difference. But the nice thing is, Samples stepped up. We'll take a timeout. Second half action is coming up in a moment. This is the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. Both teams are back out on the floor. The one thing that we did notice, Coach, is that Hanover came out about 50 seconds ago. So even past the 3-horn buzzer action at halftime, they came out a little bit late. What did they say?
Drink more Gatorade, boys. We need our feet. We need our legs. We need to jump. In all seriousness, probably the assistant held him back because, assistants have something to say. My assistants always had something to say. But, it's important. 20 more minutes and you stamped your ticket to go to the next level to play in the NC2A tournament. And if you don't think that's a big deal, it's a big deal. Yeah. And you just got to be focused. On Franklin, you came out with maybe 4 minutes left on the clock. You're anxious. You just got that nerve and energy. You want to play. Yeah. You don't want anything to stop. And so let's see what the first 4.5 minutes brings us.
And I think the adage is how you finish at half, how you start a half. I think it's really crucial right now. Franklin doesn't allow Hanover to get on any kind of run right here. Would that be accurate to say?
I would agree with that. Yeah. And if they do, watch out.
Yeah.
And again, you look at the crowd, and the crowd is pretty equal. But you look over that Hanover side, they got a student body down here that's chippy down here a little bit. And when I walk down to get my stats doing, we're going to get this. Yeah. And it's like, okay.
And Franklin's going that way toward that student section. So that'll be interesting to see as you take a look at the Hanover bench. 20 minutes, barring an overtime. It will be Hanover basketball to begin this second half. Starters back in both ways. Hanover, by the way, again, the winner punches their ticket. The one thing you don't want to do is if your Hanover lose this game and hope that you get an invitation, you want to make it very solid. So again, Hanover will open things up. Entry pass, Munoz. Munoz guarded by Wiggins. Nice pass underneath, but missing the shot is Hibbard. Can't get the tip, and it's going to go the other way. Flat across the timeline here now for the Grizzlies. Their first possession of the second half. Here's Crow. Gets the screen from Krause. Wiggins looks left side to Samples. Samples guarded by Williams. Good defense there. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Flat. Drives baseline. Pull-up jumper on the way short. And the rebound by Hibbard. Hibbard, lead pass will find Houston down the left sideline. And that's where the Panthers will set up for the second time. Greenemeyer. Back once again to Houston. He'll reverse it right side to Hibbard. Munoz back to Hibbard. Clock down to 10. The drive, reversal, kick out. Houston for 3. That's no good. Rebounded by Samples. So now Franklin basketball once again. Still down by 5 here in the second half. Crow in the lane. Runner good. He has 6.
Just observing the first 2 minutes, legs may be getting a little heavy.
Yeah. Again, they're still 24 hours ago finishing up games. The drive, the block off Munoz. Williams in the corner for 3. Good. Williams now with 6. Munoz stayed with it after the block, got the ball back. Didn't panic and found the open man. Wiggins at the top. May have gotten away with a walk right there. Wiggins looking underneath to Krause. Krause the double team, but a shove from behind against Houston. And that'll be Ty Houston's second. Boy, Krause got that nice position underneath, and really the Panthers did a good job of doubling him up. The inbound, Wiggins will give it to Flat. Now it'll be Samples. Samples will handle the basketball a lot. He'll find Flat for 3. Yes. Trey with 8. Back to 3. Hibbard across the timeline to Houston. It'll be Williams on the drive in the lane. He may have traveled with it as well. No whistle. And they wanted a 3-second call. Here's Hibbard. Hibbard will not get it to go, but he'll go to the line for 2. So the foul be against number 11, Samples. I was watching the coach from Franklin.
He was counting 3. He was counting travel.
He had several to choose from. Free throws on the way and good by Hibbert.
And just make it clear, in the 3-second violation, once that ball is in the cylinder or in that thing, you get to reset that 3 seconds.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that. So once that ball hit, you still get that time.
And a lot of officials will give you a little more than 3.
4 or 5.
Yeah. And a lot of them are yelling at you, get out of the lane.
Yes, right.
So at least they give you a warning. Back to 5. Here's Flat. Entry pass will find Wiggins. Turns baseline right. Basket good, and he's fouled. Foul will go against 33 Munoz, his second. And there's the first bucket of the night by Wiggins, who had a career high last night of 25.
And he might have got away with a little forearm shiver.
Chance to make it a 2-point ball game, and he does. So once again, Panthers basketball. Hibbert will find Houston. It'll be Williams. Kick out, Munoz. Right side on the drive by Hibbert. Here's the handoff, Greenamoyer. Step back 3 on the way, good. His first 3, he's averaging 14, has 5.
He's got ice cubes, though, man. I mean, that's a big-time shot.
Wiggins on the high post, guarded there by Munoz. Flat off the screen. He'll fire downtown 3. No. Williams with the rebound there for Hanover. That would have been big right there. Here's Hibbert. Houston, handoff Greenamoyer down the lane. Can't get it to go. Ball tipped, but into the hands. It goes to Crow. Franklin basketball once again. They're posting up Wiggins down low against Munoz. The drive and an offensive foul called against Wiggins. That's the second time they've gotten Wiggins on that moving screen.
And you got to you got to let that player go by before you move. And then he sealed him off. Another good call. And really, the coach didn't really argue because he saw it right in front of him.
Yeah. And right now, the student section giving the coach the business. Here's the basketball in the hands of Hibbert. Kick out now to Houston, back to Hibbert. Munoz against King, who's back in the ball game. Munoz dumps down low. Basket good. Good positioning underneath by Hibbert. Hibbert with 9. And it's 55-48. That's Samples off the drive. Flat, the kick out. Crow for 3, yes. Crow has 9. And it's back to a 4-point lead. Panthers slowed up a little bit right here as they work it in the half court. Ball nearly turned over. Hibbert. Ball knocked out of his hands by Samples. Hibbert gets it back, and we've got a foul call underneath. They're going to get King on the foul. And King will pick up number 1. We've got a timeout. This is HCAC Basketball Championship on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. Still a 4-point ball game back here at Collier Arena, the campus of Hanover College. Winner goes to the NCAA tournament.
we might as well tell folks what we did today. We got to walk around a little bit downtown Madison. You got to cross the river, and
I did,
and got to go into Kentucky, and came right back. I noticed that you came back.
I did. Yeah, wasn't much on that
and
side.
And then our camera guy all day today went to the flea markets.
He did
all day today.
Well, I learned a little secret about that. We might be able to share it if we have time.
Okay.
Here's Munoz on the drive against King. Fade away, good off the glass. Had a way to use the glass. Munoz with 9. Well, I like that move. Franklin basketball down by 6. They work it in the half court once again. Throw intended for his teammate Flat, but goes through the wickets and out of bounds.
Just to close that thought, the Chamber of Commerce did a nice job giving us a nice weekend. This weekend.
I love this town. I really do.
Great town.
Yeah, Madison is a very, very nice community. So once again, Panthers basketball. Munoz underneath. Wide open in the corner off the pass. No good on the 3. And we'll head the other way as Houston can't get it to go. Flat to Cruz, or I should say Krause with the basketball. He'll pull up. Good. He took it right over the top of Hibbert.
He's got 11.
First 2 points of the second half for Krause. Here's Williams, 4-point lead. Williams guarded by Krause. And now they're working back around the perimeter. Good look here, Hibbert. Hibbert in the lane, double team, kick out. Here's the 3 on the way, no good, as Munoz can't get it to go. And an offensive foul called that time against Samples. Number 2 on Samples. Ended up pushing off a little bit with that forearm. Still a 4-point lead. Oh, near steal right there. Hibbert will find Houston. Houston from 17, good. 15 now by Houston. Back to a 6-point lead. Here's Flat. Flat to King. Krause will work it left side. On the drive is Samples. Skip pass will find Crow. And will work it back outside now to Flat. Flat will drive and almost stolen away by Hibbert. Back in the ballgame is Winiger, and good minutes right there for Munoz.
At the end of 3, Transy leads 69-32 against Anderson.
Transy
looks like they're on the way.
Yep. Here's Samples. Step back 3. Over the top of Williams and good. 21 now for Samples. Here's Williams. Back to a 3-point ball game. Williams gets it back once again from Houston. Here's the drive by Hibbert. Leans, left hand good.
I got him for 30.
Boy, these 2 teams are going at each other here tonight. 61-56. Flat falls to the floor. Able to get rid of it. No traveling there. Here's Krause. The handoff down to Samples. Samples stops. Williams guarding him there. And a reaching foul called against Houston. His 3rd.
That's a big foul. Here comes Wiggins.
Coming out of the ball game for Franklin will be Lynn King. By the way, Lynn King just a freshman. Krause off the inbound. Ball tipped in the air. Good hands there by Houston. Now it'll be Samples. Williams takes an extra step out to guard him there. Back to Wiggins for 3. No. And the rebound ripped down there by Hibbert. Hibbert pushes the ball quickly up the floor for the Panthers. As we come up on the 12-minute mark. Hibbert on the drive, offensive foul. His 2nd. Into the ball game, as Houston will leave, will be Michael Donahoe. Now for Hanover. Chance here to cut into that 5-point deficit. And a steal from behind by Hibbard and a foul call against Samples. 3 now on Samples. We've got a timeout. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. There is hit, 61-56, still 11:59 remaining. Again, Coach, not a lot of separation. He thought maybe at one point Franklin would fall behind, and they just keep battling back.
At one time it was 7, and it looked like it was going to go to 9. Then they hit that 3, made it 4, then they made it 3. I can't figure this game out. All I know is my score sheet is a mess.
It is, yeah. Yeah, you got a lot of scribbling going on.
I got a lot of scribbles, a lot of notes.
So Hanover basketball once again. There's Hibbard. Hibbard against Flatt. By the way, it looks like Winiger's back in the ball game. Hibbard, nothing there again. 16 on the shot clock. Out now to Donahoe. Donahoe to Hibbard. Wide open 3 at the top. No. And the rebound falls right in the hands of Carter Crow. Franklin back the other way. Good look at Samples, looking inside. And Wiggins was there. The cross-court pass, no, on Crow's shot. Able to get an offensive rebound thanks to Samples. Wiggins underneath against Winiger. Wiggins, right hand, can't get it to fall, and the rebound pulled down.
That's great defense, straight up and down.
By the way, Coleman Saters in the ball game. Now for Hanover, he wears number 31. We haven't seen him at all, or I should say 32. And a foul call the other way.
They called that on Flatt, his 3rd.
Again, as Coach mentioned, Trey has 3. That'll be team foul number 6 now on Franklin. Off the inbound, the 3 no good by Winiger. Here's Flatt back the other way. Krause will find Samples, back to Krause. Shot fake 3, it'll be Flatt. Wiggins around the perimeter, 3 the other side, good, it'll be Samples. What do you have, 24 now?
I got him for 24.
Big night for Samples. Back to a 2-point lead. Hanover basketball. Good look here at Hibbard. Hibbard against Flatt. Hibbard gets the screen and offensive foul against Winiger. Kind of stuck his arms out a little bit, and you just can't do that. His second. Boy, so many times we talk about going shoulder to shoulder there, and the referee, by the way, told him what he did. You ended up moving into the guy.
And then he nodded his head. Okay.
Yep. Got to stand still. Krause to Flatt off the left wing. Here's Samples once again. Samples. Good defense there by Greenemeyer. Samples stops, back to Flatt. 10 on the shot clock. Krause driving baseline, double team. Gets it back to Flatt, off balance 3, no good. And the long rebound, Greenemeyer. Panthers basketball still up by 2. Greenemeyer Looking for the roll, nothing there. Quickly back out to Winiger for three, no. And the rebound, Krause. Under 10 minutes to go on this one, and still nothing decided. Here's Samples between the circles. Winiger comes out, gives him a little shimmy right there, and that'll be a foul on Jack. That's going to be number 3 on him, and he's going to come out of the ball game. Munoz back in.
I just like, he felt the contact and then he goes, oh my goodness. But that's a big fella.
Williams back in. Houston back in for Hanover. Chance right here to tie the ball game or perhaps take the lead for Franklin. It does appear now all the starters are back in the lineup here for the Panthers. Don't be surprised unless somebody gets into foul trouble. They don't log the majority of the minutes here the rest of the way. Wiggins will find Crow, skip past Flat in the corner for 3, shot the air ball. Williams with the rebound.
And that ball was deflected up in the air.
Lob pass underneath, basket good, and Houston will go to the line for the three-point play. He now has 17.
That's Wiggins' 4th foul.
And he is out.
We will not see him for about 4 minutes. You got to keep him on the floor, though, the last 4 or 5 minutes of the ball game.
Yeah, I know he had a big game last night. Still can step out and hit some big shots as we head to the free throw line, and the three-point play completed by Houston.
He has 18 on the night.
Boy, tonight only 4 total free throws, 5 total free throws in the ball game for for Hanover. In the half court, here's Samples. Krause out front, bouncing to Flat. Took a shove from behind by Hibbert, no call. Flat will drive. Good shot off the glass, and Flat gets another 2.
He's got 10 on the night.
Back to a three-point lead. Greenamoyer will give it off to Munoz. Now it'll be Hibbert. Hibbert driving right by the defender, lays it into the left hand.
Lost him in the lane.
13 now by Hibbert. Back to a 5-point lead. King, and a reaching foul called on Greenamoyer. Got a little too much arm that time with Crow. And Greenamoyer will pick up the foul. We've got a 1 in bonus. Both teams now with 7 team fouls, and here is Crow at the line. 2 for 2 from the line, make it 3 of 3. Second free throw is, he will step to the line and calmly hit that one. He has 11. Back to a 3-point lead. This is Hibbert. Hibbert, little hesitation to Williams. Back to Hibbert once again. They're looking for Munoz, but King is coming over to defend to help on that one. Here's Williams on the drive. Can't get the roll. He'll go to the line for 2. And we've got a timeout on the floor. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. Three-point ball game, Hanover trying to win their 22nd game of the year, but more importantly, that trip to the NCAA tournament and a tournament championship here, as Williams will go to the line.
Want to hang another banner, don't they?
They do. They got a few of them.
They got a few of them.
Back, it wasn't too long ago, back in 2017, they went to the Elite Eight. And they could make another run like that. This is a good basketball team they're with here tonight. But boy, Franklin, the number 6 seed, hanging right in there. So here's Williams. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. And they, as a team, really do shoot it very well. That'll be something we'll watch down the stretch if Franklin has to put them at the line at any time. That really isn't any good player to pick to foul. Back to 5. Samples takes it from Krause, gets the screen. Samples guarded heavily there by Williams. It'll be flat, back to Samples. King will come out. Starts to set the screen. Shot clock down to 8. Here's King on the drive. And basket good.
Got a nice first step.
Just a freshman. 4 points now by King. 3-point lead here for the Panthers. Here's Hibbert. Hibbert on the drive. I think he lost it on the way up. We'll head the other way. Samples across the timeline. Krause trying to post up high against Houston. Will now set the screen. Here's King. Once again, it'll be Crow in the corner to Flat. Wide open 3. It's long, and we've got a foul call. It's going to go against Munoz. Munoz picked up his 3rd. Pretty good positioning that time by King, and Munoz just had to go over the top if he's going to get to that basketball. So we have a 1 and bonus here now for King. He wants Lebowitz, he wants the coach to get back in your box.
Yeah, you got to get in the box. If you want to talk to me, get in your box. And I don't know what he's complaining about other than maybe the little skirmish after the shot, but I didn't see anything really major, did you?
No.
This is when the coach kneels down and talks again to the coach. Like, are you kidding me?
Am I in the box?
Got his 6th point of the night, King.
2 big free throws there, 1-point ball game. Hanover basketball. That is Hibbert against Flat. High post down to Houston. Houston, handoff Greenamoyer. They'll work it down low to Munoz. Munoz against King. Munoz using that left arm. Munoz, fade away, no. Rebound King. I thought maybe they're going to get Munoz there. He was kind of extending that arm.
I kind of like how King played defense straight up and down there.
King with the basketball. Looks to give it up. Does so now to Samples. Samples to Flat. Screen there by Krause. Flat bypasses the screen, drives in and scores.
Guess what? First lead in the second half for Franklin.
The Grizzlies with 6 minutes remaining. Williams off to Houston. Houston against Samples. Double team. Turns. Right hand hook. No. Rebound battled for. And a foul called, I believe, against Hibbert of Hanover. That'll be his 3rd. And we're going to walk to the other end and shoot the 1 and bonus. 1 away now from Franklin getting into the double bonus. Samples just a freshman, and he has played well tonight.
I got him for 25 unofficially.
And officially, you're right. Averages 4.7, but he is having a career night tonight, and boy, did Franklin need him. 3-point lead now for the Grizzlies. Hibbert at the point against Flat. Munoz, high post. Houston works it to Williams. Nothing there for Williams. Terminates the dribble. Will find Munoz. Munoz back to Williams. 10 on the shot clock. Munoz the screen. Now receives. It'll be Greenamoyer. He'll drive. Throws up the right hand. Hook. No. Rebound Munoz. Kick out to Houston. Back once again to Hibbert. Drives and scores. And we got a timeout on the floor. And it's going to be a full timeout. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Coach, one thing for sure, if you just tuned in, you might want to hang around a little while, because I think we're going to come down to maybe a final possession.
Hanover in control in this second half, and then Franklin got hot and got warm. They were up by 3, now they're up by 1. Good timeout strategy here by Hanover's coach, because he gets one, because he gets charged for immediate, not him, so he doesn't lose it. This 5-16 going to be a lot of fun. I think I'm going to stay right here.
I wouldn't move.
Yeah. I'm not going to go home.
So if you're a Hanover fan, you're hoping that down the stretch in this last 5 minutes it's going to be all Hanover, because it's a ticket to the NCAA tournament and just another crown on what's been an excellent season with really a young basketball team. If you're Franklin, you're the number 6 seed, and you're hoping to shock a lot of people.
Now, what you do not want to do is force any shots.
King with the basketball at the elbow to Flat. 12 on the shot clock. Shot fake drive, layup good, Italy Samples again.
28.
Last night it was Wiggins, tonight it's Samples. 3-point lead. Munoz reversing it right side now to Hibbert. Hibbert drives in, basket good, and he's fouled.
Well, if you want to give the ball to that young man, he's got 19 on the night. I told you earlier, he's got ice cubes in his veins. He just wants the ball.
Well, and he's a senior. He's the only senior they have, and I have a feeling he'd like to wear that ring and get to the national tournament.
He doesn't want to take off that jersey yet, does he?
I don't blame him.
Oh.
Free throw way short.
Oh.
Still a 1-point lead. Now, when their free throws are short, Coach, that's your legs.
Yep, your legs are there. Good observation.
Krause will bounce it now to Crow on the right wing. Back out to King. Looks inside, wide open. Reverse layup good by Samples. What a ball game tonight for Samples. 3-point lead once again. Hanover basketball. Hibbert stops. Gives it outside to Houston. Back to Hibbert. They're looking inside to Munoz. Hibbert will drive. Little hesitation. Now picks him his dribble. 9 on the shot clock. Plenty of time there. Shot no by Houston. Might have forced that one. I think a few of the Franklin fans were counting down the shot clock, and it wasn't that far down. King on the left wing to Crow. Crow takes the screen. King is posting. Krause receives. Now it'll be Flat. Another screen there by Krause. Now he's posting up underneath against Hibbert. Krause pushed out away from the basket. Baseline turn, off the glass, good.
13 on the night. Biggest lead they have tonight, 5.
2-possession ball game right now. 3:13 remaining. Williams lobbing inside to Munoz, layup good, and they're not going away either. He has 11. Under 3 minutes to go. Flat holding off Hibbert. Flat for three. No, that went in and out. Rebound Williams. Chance here now for Hanover to tie the ball game. 2:43. Hibbert will bounce. Turning inside. Houston blocked. Munoz able to get it back. Kick out. Hibbert for three. That's no good. Rebounded by Krause, and a foul called on the rebound. That'll go against Houston. He has 4. And we got a timeout on the floor. And we're going to take a timeout as well. You're watching the championship game of the HCAC on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. (77-74), the number 6 seed, Grizzlies of Franklin, trying to pull off an ups here tonight, but we got a lot of basketball to be played, for sure.
2:28, my knuckles are sweating, my legs are hot.
And that has nothing to do with the game.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Big free throws.
Krause, 2 for 2. He gets another one.
You know, people in Franklin is going to count this for you, right?
Back to a 2-possession game. Second one is on the way.
15 on the night. Long 2:27.
All right, here we go. Williams at the elbow. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebounded by King. And a foul. Nope, they're going to say a turnover there by Franklin. Good job by Houston. Boy, you got to be really take care of that basketball.
Sample lost that off his foot, I think.
But Houston was right there, too. Munoz off the inbound, guarded there by King. Munoz trying to back him down. Munoz takes a baseline right off the glass, good. Big bucket by Munoz. 13 for Munoz. Back to a 1-possession game. Under 2 minutes to go. King, left side to Crow. King posting, they'll get it to Krause. Now it'll be Flat at the right elbow. Flat bouncing to Krause. Drive, double teamed, and still scores.
17 for Krause.
81-76, minute 36 to go. Hanover basketball. They've only lost once this year on this floor. The drive, shot short as Hibbert couldn't get it above the rim. And now Franklin slows it down into the half court. They can use a lot of time right here. Here's Flat. Krause again with the screen. And then he'll post. And a timeout called by Franklin. It's a 30-second timeout. They can run this thing under
a minute.
1 minute.
Yeah.
13 on the shot clock, minute 12 on the game clock.
You score here, still plenty of time.
Yeah.
In college basketball, every single time the ball goes through the hoop, it stops at the minute mark. So you got that time. You got plenty of timeouts left. As you see both huddles. I mean, look at the intense look of that huddle.
Well, the one thing about it, Coach, is, you think about, you don't know if you don't win this game if you're going to get a bid.
Yeah,
So,
you're playing for a championship.
You are.
I mean, not only a championship, but you're playing for a berth.
Yes. And you don't want to leave it by chance if you're Hanover to get an at-large bid. You want that automatic bid.
Had the commissioner on our pregame show today talking a little bit about the situation.
1:12 remaining. This is Samples. He's had a huge night. The drive, King, the kick out. Samples gets bumped, drives. Here is Kraus for three. Yes! Huge basket by Matt Kraus. Well, I tell you what, Kraus knew that one was going to go in. You could just see his body language, and when he hit it, he was just about as ecstatic as you could get. Take another look. So what are they looking at here, Coach?
See where his foot is.
So they want to make sure it was a three. I think it was.
Yeah, I think it's a three.
Yep. So they got the confirmation that it was a three-pointer, so no discussion there whatsoever.
How about our producer?
Good job.
Good job.
Don't forget to get that raise before you leave. 1 minute.
1 minute. The longest minute in Franklin's history right here.
Yep. You want to see a celebration when they're done if they win this thing. Greenamoyer will find Houston. The drive, Hibbard. The kick out, Greenamoyer, no. Rebound battled for. Tipped into the hands of Munoz. Greenamoyer finding Hibbard. The drive, basket good with 42.8. They got to inbound, they do so. Here's Samples. Samples looks to give it up. We'll get it to Kraus. Kraus fouled across the timeline. That'll go against Greenamoyer. We're in double bonus.
Fourth of the night. Shot clock is at 30. We're at 30.4 on game clock.
And we head to the free throw line where one team has been just extremely good, and that is Hanover. And tonight, though, it's been Franklin. And that young man right there is an all HCAC performer, and he hits another big one.
That's his 21st point of the night.
And he's not missed from the free throw line. Sorry. Trying to add a little drama to the game.
Yeah, you done a nice job.
The second one is on the way and good. See?
Senior stepped up.
Yep. 86-78. The drive, basket good. As Hibbard able to lay that one in. Timeout. Called here by Hanover. We're going to keep it right here. 29.3, still a two-possession game.
Two-possession games, and it, again, shot clock now is completely off, so you got to do this with really no help except if the ball goes in, if you foul. You're going to see double teams.
Well, and I would think, Coach, if you don't get a steal immediately, you got to foul. Because you still have two possessions here. Am I right?
You mean if you're Franklin?
No, if you're Hanover at any point now.
If they get the ball in bounds and you don't get it right away, I think you got to foul at least at 27, 26. You can't let them go down to 25, 20.
Yeah, you need every second on that clock.
Now there's a play that I've seen work a couple times. It's the home run where you double pass out of bounds and you have the kids go with a fast break. I don't know if that's going to happen tonight. But if it does, boy, I would be a great prophet, wouldn't I?
You would be. Well, here's the
It ain't going to happen.
The inbound to Kraus. Kraus double team. And the ball nearly stolen away. Good hands almost there by Houston.
Yeah, but you knocked off 4.1 seconds off the clock.
Yep.
You got to come to the ball if you're Franklin.
Everybody up on the ball right here. Inbound. Lead pass will find Samples, and he's going to get fouled. And boy, they had two Franklin players ahead of everybody.
Yeah, you had Flatt down here, and I think you had Krause.
Yeah, if he doesn't foul there, they have an easy layup. 22.9. And this guy right here, undoubtedly the player of the game.
31.
Well, last night it was Wiggins. Tonight it has been Samples. And again, I remind you, he's only a freshman.
You don't have to play defense here.
And blocking foul called by Flatt at the other end. Boy, he went hard to the floor. Speaking of Hibbard. You know, I came in here, and he's really hurting, by the way. I came in here thinking there was no way that Franklin was going to put near 90 on the board. But they have just shot really well tonight.
Let's reset it for you. 18.8. This is a double bonus.
Each team with 10. But still, you're talking about 3 possessions.
24. Man.
Well, he's done everything he can.
Both teams have left this on the floor. Great game. Great crowd. How about HCAC TV? Huh?
Oh, man. Second free throw, good. Still a 2-possession game, and they foul. I'll tell you what, Flatt was by himself, and they got the foul in the backcourt, so we're going to shoot 2 shots nonetheless.
This 1 minute, it's gone about 7.
Yes, it's taken a while. And here is Lynn King at the line, and he's a freshman.
Williams picked up the foul. That's his 3rd.
Place gets really quiet, and he misses the front of 2.
Now you got to knock this one down.
Yeah.
You got to get to that odd number.
And Hanover is really going to have to push it. Second free throw here by King. It's on the way. Got a nice roll. So King, 89-82. Back the other way. Hibbard drives and scores. 12.6. Inbounding. They inbound it to Samples, and he's going to get fouled. And that's probably the one guy you couldn't foul, but you didn't have any choice. There will be a celebration by this Grizzly basketball team that you probably haven't seen in a while, because I guarantee nobody thought a number 6 seed was going to win this thing. We're going to look at something. They let that run a little bit right there, but it shouldn't be more than 2.5.
It stopped at 12-6. Now, slow motion here.
And there's the foul.
There's the foul. So it looks like 12-1.
Yeah, it's not going to be 11-2.
There's 12-6.
Foul is at 12-4. You're right. It was only
12-3.
Oh, so 12-3
They
is
split
what
in
they'll
half.
usually do. There you go. You know what? You better give this guy a raise.
I tell you what, good job, crew.
So here is Samples at the line, and he has had a huge night, as we have documented already.
33, and my score sheet is on the other side.
What a night, though. Wow.
90.
And it has now officially become another 3-possession game. Franklin's going to win it here tonight. Here's Hibbert, and they throw it away, and that's pretty much going to do it. All the fans that made their way down here from the Franklin area, now a chance to celebrate, though the team is told to sit down. Inbound to Krause, and there's no need to foul here. And Franklin is the 2022 HCAC Tournament champion. And there's the celebration, as you would expect. So congratulations, Franklin punches their ticket to the NCAA Division III tournament with a huge upset here tonight. What a great win. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. You're watching the HCAC Basketball Championships on HCAC TV, powered by IndianaSRN. Final time here, as you see, yes, Franklin, the number 6 seed, has pulled off the upset over the number 1 seed, Hanover, 91-84. Cinderella has put that slipper on. It's fitting pretty good.
It's a nice little glass slipper to get to go to the next. They stamped their way to go to the tournament. And, man, what a great tournament they've had. What a great season, huh?
Yeah.
Up and down, and has finished very, very well. Congratulations.
Not how you start, it's how you finish. So congratulations to the Grizzlies. Now Hanover will wait and see if they will get to the NCAA tournament. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for all of you and your support as well. Thanks to the crew here. Final score 91-84. This has been the HCAC Basketball Championships here on HCAC TV and powered by IndianaSRN. Want to remind you that if you want to keep up with what's going on with the HCAC, check out their website. We'll probably know here in the next day or so what the tournament will look like and where Franklin will go. And we'll also find out, too, if Hanover will end up getting an at-large bid. So that'll be big for them as well. That's going to do it. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you right here next time on HCAC TV and IndianaSRN.